Welcome to my living room tour. I've been a houseplant enthusiast for the last 2 years and I've been collecting plants for the last 2 years. Today, I'm going to show you the tour of my living room and how I've used houseplants to decorate it. So let's start the tour from this section of my living room. My living room is a east facing, and so I get low to moderate amount of light. The first plant that you see here is the common rubber plant, also called as Ficus elastica Burgundy. Uh, it's not getting enough light, that's why it is a dark green in color. If you give more light, the leaf will be more burgundish with more shine. I bought this plant 2 years back from Home Depot and for $10, and it's grown significantly. So moving along, the next plant you see is Aglaonema Silver Bay. This is a moderate plant to take care of, not so easy. I bought this plant again at discount at Home Depot because some of the leaves, as you can see, is a little disheveled. Next plant you see is again Aglaonema Choclate. This plant is easy to take care of. It has an underside of a brown chocolatey color and top side is of green color. Again, these two plants are relatively moderate in terms of taking care of. Yeah, a little bit of humidity will definitely help. These plants grow in Southeast Asia, in Indonesia, Thailand, and so where the humidity is high. And next plant you see is a very beautiful plant. It's called Aglaonema Sparkling Sara. This has just 4 or 5 leaves, and due to this, I got it again at discount at Home Depot, $10, $11. Next to that is Aglonema Red Valentine. It is a quite bushy plant, and it's doing well for me. It needs moderate light and okay, and the backside is a very famous monstera deliciosa, also called a Swiss cheese plant. Since I have a east-facing window, I don't get that much light, and that too I have a building in front of mine. If you give more light, you'll have a fenestration or holes into the just like a Swiss cheese. But still, I got this cuts in the leaves, which is quite good. The next plant you see is again a Ficus elastica rubber plant. This is a variegated plant. It's called a tineke, Ficus elastica tineke. The next plant to that is dieffenbachia camouflage, also called as dumpkin. Of all the dumpkin, dieffenbachia, I like this most because this is quite nice, striking to look at. So that's how this collection, if you pull back the camera, you see how these plants are staged closer to the window. As you go up, I've used macrame hanger to hang 3 plants. The first plant you see now is a common devil's ivy, golden pothos. This is the very first plant I got it from Home Depot for $10. I've painted the pot using a spray paint so that it looks nicer. The next plant you see is the neon pothos. I think I'm having this plant close to 7, 8 months. I bought it from Lowe's here. Both these plants I've used cutting to propagate and make small pots to decorate. So that's how these 3 plants. The next plant is a spider plant. I like this color than the variegated one. Of course, I've a little bit overwatered in the past, so I lost a little bit of the leaves. It has the runners or the babies, which you see the offshoots that's hanging down, and you can use this to make additional plants, which we call as propagation. Next to that is the very famous fiddle leaf fig or Ficus lyrata. It's an 8 plant for the last couple of years. It's a beautiful plant. As we turn this side, I've used a lot of Calathea in my sort of a vertical shelf or vertical garden. And this is a very beautiful plant with a striking view. So this is how I've used this side of the wall to stage the plants in a vertical garden. So let's start with the Calathea here. This is a sort of Calathea. Calathea needs humidity, so I've got a small diffuser. Most of my Calathea are bought at a nursery, you can say. This is Calathea Lancifolia, also called a rattlesnake plant. It's a very beautiful plant and plant. Moderate to take care of. Next is a very common Calathea called a prayer plant, Maranta leuconeura. The leaves are small because it doesn't get that much light. If you give more light, the leaves will become bigger. This is another genus of Calathea called stromanthe triostar. It is three-colored, that's why it's called triostar. And this is Calathea beauty star. It's a very beautiful, striking plant. This Calathea, actually, I bought it from a nursery. This is the same Calathea triostar, but due to the condition it grown at, it's not looking that great now. This is a tineke. Calathea has four genus: stromanthe, Calathea, maranta, and tineke. I have all the four. When I got this plant, this was bushy, but due to getting acclimatized, I lost quite a bit of leaves, but now it's doing okay. This is Calathea freddie. Of the Calathea, this is a little bit easy to take care of compared to the other Calathea. So this is Calathea burlimax. This is also of the genus tineke. And so these plants need high humidity and moderate light. On the top shelf where I don't get a lot of lights, I put a heartleaf philodendron. And then another variety of pothos, it's called Satin Pothos. This is common name is Ficus, and another golden pothos. So that's a view, you get it. As we move along to the center of the living room, into the center table, I have a snake plant, Sansevieria trifasciata, and a bird's nest plant, Sansevieria trifasciata. And this is the bird's nest fern. Of all the fern, this is the easiest fern to take care of. As I move along to the corner of the living room where I don't get absolutely no light, I place the ZZ plant, Zamiococcus zamiofolia. This is one of the easiest plant to take care of. It's very hard to kill this plant. Okay, as we move to the center of the room, we are 15 feet away, where I've kept the peace lily, Spathiphyllum. This again, I bought it $5 at Home Depot, maybe a year and a half back, and it's doing very nice. I like the lush green color. I'll show you how to take care of this plant in my plant care video later. This is Aglonema Maria. If you want to get Aglaonema, I would say you should start with this. This is very beautiful. This is an original variety, so that's why it's doing well in most of the climate and condition. And I've used pothos, which I propagated from main plant, to again hang it from the beam. And wherever I want to add a greenery, I add pothos. So I've added also a pothos in the bottom of the shelf near to the small water fountain. So that's a view on the night when the light's on. You get very nice way to touch a greenery into your living room or spaces where you don't even have that much light. So on the other side, above the TV, I have a neon pothos. Again, this is a cutting I made it out of from the hanging plant you see earlier. This will do better if it has more light, but nevertheless, it's hanging in there. As we move to the kitchen area, I've used, again, pothos to add greenery. These are the cuttings from the main plant that I showed you earlier. These nice pots are from Ross. Usually I use white color pots throughout the house wherever possible, but I've added a touch of color here. So this is another pothos cutting, which is pushed out nicely. Hope you like the tour of my living room. If you do like it, please post your comments and do subscribe to my channel for my future videos. Stay safe. Thanks for watching.